Hello and welcome to Liz's Gaming Services. In today's video, we will be analyzing our most recent RSG PB of 2250. We have now hit 1000 resets and have finally achieved sub 25. We hope you enjoy. Alright, it is time to analyze my newest PB of 2259-ish. In-game time wasn't working for some reason. We just skip ahead. I deleted some worlds. Alright, so this was seed 1059. So, on paper, this seed was like genuinely insane. Because you have 2 villages and a ruined portal in the overworld right next to each other. Then you have Nether, like a 1-minute run, and then Bastion Fortress right next to each other, and like a 300 block blind. But the overworld is really slow. It's really slow. So that's just kind of unfortunate. But you'll see how the run plays out. I definitely could have played it better, but I'm still happy with it because some things just didn't work out. So here we go. So yeah, we load in pie chart, first seed of that like session. Then I see both the villages. So my first thought is I will go to kill both golems and then look for a lava pool. And I was thinking, well, there's a desert village. I should push the desert for lava. So I'll go to the plains village first for sake of playing it linearly. There are a lot of caves, but there's almost no lava at the bottom of the caves. Like, it was like 2 of the caves in this area actually led to lava. So lava dowsing probably wouldn't have worked. And there was not a single lava pool within 20 chunks of spawn, which is kind of crazy. Especially since it's such a low, like, it's all plains and desert in the spawn. And like some lower hills, but the ruined portal was the only enter, really. So now I'm at the Plains Village, and I'm ready to fight the golem. I got extra hay bales on accident, so I just used them for the golem. I'm looking around for lava right now when I go into third person, and I don't see, like, anything. But I did get those 4 emeralds, which really changes the game because now I can do COD strats. So I just decided I'd do it at the other village, at the desert village, or I'd kill the golem, whichever one was faster. And then right here, I had to get an extra log for sticks because I kind of messed that up. Then I make my tools and head off to the desert village after front loading really quick. So the golem dropped 4, but I forgot to grab flint at this point. I could have grabbed it like just to my right, but I didn't. And now I'm off to the desert village. So I could have done COD strats at this village, but I thought that it's still desert over there, so that's the better option for lava. Or I can always just go caving and look for lava, but so I decided, so now I'm heading over. So no blacksmith at either village from the start. That would have changed the game. And now I'm arrived at the desert village with my barrel for COD trade. I lay that down, break some profession blocks. and grab a third bed from this village. I don't need any more food or anything, so that's just convenient. And there wasn't any gravel in this river up ahead. Where I'm going over for gravel, I couldn't see anything. So, just unfortunate. So I take a closer look and there's just like nothing there. So now I'm waiting on the cod trade. Maybe it would have been faster just to kill the golem, but I don't even see him, so doesn't matter. And I'm still looking for gravel, and I just decide, like, whatever. If I have to woodlight, I'll woodlight. And then I realized, wait, it wasn't desert over here. It was just the desert village on the side of a savanna. And then I saw the ruined portal. So I was just hoping that that would have what I need, another entry. And it did, just in like the most dank way possible. Because it's not a large pool of lava, it's just little one-offs. So it's a lot harder to build the portal, and there's only 8 of the lava sources. So I had to do it, I had to force it next to a different, you'll see in a second, those 2 obsidian up to my right, I had to do it next to that. So now I'm starting off. This takes 2 minutes. I enter at 6:40. So I have to do this, you know, place a lava source and then place the water source. Right after I did this, or like got this PB, I reran the seed, like without doing any scouting. I wasn't blinding into the portal room or anything. And first try, I sub-20'd it. Which is a little annoying because, well, I entered about a minute faster in that, the nether. Also, I knew, like, almost exactly what chunk it was. I just didn't know exactly. But I knew the general area. So I only had to throw, like, 2 eyes because I just remembered where it was. And then in the nether is a very interesting... It's very interesting how the nether played out in this seed. So you'll see that in a second once I get in the nether. And I don't even go for the gold blocks up top, just because, to be honest, from FSG, it just seems like they're always more trouble than they're worth. You know, you gotta stack up like 20 wood or something, and then front load 20 more wood, and you know. So now, while I'm waiting for entities to load in, I'm just getting some blocks. See some hoglins. I have a fortress. I mean, not a fortress, a bastion. And I do have a mob spawner, but obviously it could still be treasure. So right now I'm just getting to a safe area so that hoglins don't kill me while I'm E-raying. And I see that the bastion is that way, and it's probably a stables. Or, like, maybe a bridge. So... Now I'm off, and there is a fortress almost, like, you can see it from the bastion really easily. But I did not see the fortress on my way to the bastion, which I don't blame myself looking back at the recording time after time. It's just, I didn't have a clear angle on it. So... But I would have played it differently. If I saw the fortress, I would have just gone for the good gap route. That hoglin, like, launched me. But anyway, so I would have gone for just the regular old good gap route, probably around 2 or 3 minute bastion split, easy peasy, out at 10, 11 minutes. But since I hadn't seen the fortress, I decided, since it was kind of a late enter, to do the triple chest 4 gold blocks route. So, but that's obviously a lot less consistent of a route. It is usually, it's faster, but it's less consistent in getting all the things you need, because you need a high roll for for that route to work. So that means I didn't get that high roll. I never get the high roll, but I mean, I do, but like, you know what I mean? I don't get it when I need it. So I didn't get the high roll. So I could have been on my merry way at like 10:30, 40. I could have been in the fortress at 11 minutes. And like fighting blazes at 12. Probably blinding at 15. But I didn't get the high roll, so I had to do the gap and the triple chest. If I just did the gap, it would have been faster. If the triple chest gave me the high roll, it would have also been faster. So it was kind of just an unfortunate situation on how it worked out. I guess I would call it a misplay for not seeing the fortress, because then Bastion split would have been faster, but I don't blame myself too much. And then here I'm like looking like, oh, it's encased like this I don't even know how to get to the gap area. So this is the correct play, but if you go a little farther, you can see that there is the what do you call the not rampart part of the bastion, but whatever that is, where the good gap and bad gaps would be. So that you can see that I could have done that easily. So now I pick up all the traits, and I only have 11 pearls. It was a 3-eye, so I really unironically could have left on 11, and I would have been fine, probably, as long as nothing too bad happened. But, I didn't know it was a 3-eye, obviously. For all I know, it's a 0-eye, and an eye's gonna break, or 2 eyes are gonna break, So here I get beat up by the hoglins, take a lot of damage, but I have plenty of food because I got extra from the rune portal chest. I get scared to death that that hoglin's gonna kill me. I might still be on hard mode right now. I think I changed it back, I don't know. So now I'm going up to do the route. So this is bad gap on that side. And then I go up here. Good gap, but with some glowstone in the way. So I could have been around this time at the fortress if I got the high roll doing triple chest. But I didn't, so rip. At this point, I still don't even know that there's a fortress. So I'm like, oh, this is gonna be a late bastion leave for me, but that's okay because there's probably not even a fortress or whatever. You know what I mean? I wasn't too attached to the seed at this point. I didn't realize this was a run. This is just a regular old nether entry. And I only used those 3 blocks. Like, it was a slightly abridged, that's the right word, good gap route. So it's kind of, yeah, it just didn't work out. But it didn't take like 3 minutes to do this route. It only took like 2. So I actually have like 16 pearls. I have enough string, but I'm waiting for more because I'm still thinking that I need to pearl to get to a fortress, which I did have to pearl to get to the fortress that I go to, but it's only a pearl away. So 16 is enough for the run. Then I realized that I have to leave on 16, so now I'm leaving the bastion. And I just mine up that wood because I might as well. And now I'm thinking like, oh, I gotta push pause, or at least that general direction. And then there's a fortress right smack dab in my face. And then now I'm like, wait a second, this was a run? I just did 2 routes at the bastion. I had an 8-minute bastion enter. I could have had a 2-minute bastion split and then been out at 10 or 11-ish minutes. But I just kind of messed up the whole run. Which, it still worked out. It could have been a good 20xx, 21xx, But that's just an unfortunate situation that I didn't see it. I mean, I didn't really have a good angle to see it when I was coming to it, like coming to the bastion from spawn. There's so much trees and things in the way. And this, I make a tiny misplay. It's like a 15-second time loss, so it doesn't matter for this level of running, or of runs. And I should have just gone to the top of this and pillared up, but the wither skeletons panicked. I panicked because of the wither skeletons, so then I like ran to the side, and anyway, back on track 20 seconds later. So now I'm starting killing blazes around the 14-minute mark. And I went 6 for 12. I finally medium rolled. I always low roll. Like, I know every speedrunner says that they get rolled with blazes, but like literally every single time I go to the blaze spawner, I get low rolled, except one run in like a week where I didn't get low rolled. I went 8 for 10, and that's not even that insane. Like, that's just 6 for 6. If you think about it in terms of 100% getting blazes. And that was like the first high roll in like a month or something. Like, it sounds like I'm just making excuses, but like, I'm serious. I keep going 6 for 16, which obviously isn't that bad of a high roll. Still playable, but every single time. So I finally medium roll. I think I definitely high roll on spawns, but blaze bedding helped. Here I craft some beds. Since I already have 2, I just craft 5 more, and then I'm good to go. And takes a few more spawns. Yeah. So, if we're thinking, you know, if I only did good gap route, then I would have been at 13 minutes right now. Around, or like 13:40. So this would have been like really insane pace. Like I said, first try rerunning, no scouting, just knowledge of the seed from my playthrough randomly, and I got a sub 20 like easily. No problem, no question. I got 6 and I realized that I might as well blind or head over to my blind cords and hope to get another blaze. I think that's just definitely the right play, because this kept it ahead of pace. I accidentally overshoot my blind cords, and then I have to backtrack like 20 blocks, 30, 40 blocks. But yeah. So then I realized, like, whoa, I just went way past 220 or around 220 because I'm at 10. So blind cords to go into the stronghold are -16 and -237. So you can see it's very close. This ghast bullied me, but it didn't end up mattering. He was like targeting me too. He flew right over. And then I'm blinding at 17 minutes, which is like pace, but it's not like a 15-minute blind. Like, I've had 15-minute blinds before, just not with a good distance to the stronghold. But this, I don't know, it's kind of insane. Like, this run realistically could have been 2 minutes faster, and with some high rolling and with slightly better play in the overworld, could have sub 20'd. Now, the overworld, I feel like, is kind of just like, it's one of those questions where there is no answer. Which village do you go to? Well, there's no correct answer, because unless you have all the information, which you don't have at spawn, like lava pool location is what I'm referring to, then you can't make a definite correct decision. So I think I played it well enough. I didn't like waste that much time. Like I said, when I reran it, I only improved the overworld split by 40 seconds. Not any astronomical amount, just by knowing the overworld. Like, it was kind of, it just wasn't very linear. There were no lava pools. Not very many caves led to lava pools. Like, digging was required. So anyway, I blinded. Mobs are really annoying. I'm at the stage where every single time I blind, it's in the middle of the night, and all the mobs are bullying me. Anyway, throw a pearl off to the side to distance check without, like, proper 17.5 blocks and all that. And then I see the angle, and now I'm, like, genuinely frustrated. I'm like, if I just knew that there was a fortress there, this run would have been 2 minutes faster, and I would have also gotten this blind with the 2-minute faster blind travel in the nether. I would have still gotten this 300 block blind, and I would have had a 15-minute blind in the nether. So, kind of unfortunate. And then I am kind of imagining, like, I can see or visualize, you know, where the stronghold is probably, but I overshoot by like 2 chunks. It only takes, I think, 4 eye throws. But yeah. In my last PB, I was digging down to the stronghold right now. So it's kind of crazy how much the perch of the dragon can affect your PB, because I got an insta perch on this seed, but I've lost other sub 25s to the dragon not perching. So anyway, then it goes backward. I could have 8-8'd off this, but the hills were in the way and the mobs were killing me, so it's to the chunk just to my left. Like, I would have been able to 8-8 off that, but it's fine. So now I throw another eye. And get out some blocks to, like, draw a line. And then I guess that it's this chunk that I'm in right now. Like, I'm like, yeah, it's definitely this chunk, right? But I throw another eye just to be safe because I can. And I'm waiting for it to pop back up to the surface, and there it is. And all the mobs keep attacking me. So I'm trying to dig down, but everyone's being annoying. So I eat my enchanted golden apple I got from the rune portal. It didn't really end up serving a purpose in the run. I think it would have been cool if it was a fortress first run and I had the fire resistance of the enchanted golden apple, but anyway. Now I'm digging down. I don't have water also, so I take the full fall damage. But yeah, I definitely think one of the highlights of this run is my stronghold routing. I think I did an excellent job at that. Like, I just go, you know what I mean? Like, one problem I have is that I just don't play fast sometimes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I waste time crafting, inventory management, and I just, like, I find reasons to not keep running. You know what I mean? Like, it's speedrunning. Constant motion is how I'm thinking about it. Like, constant motion is your goal in speedrunning, because that leads to the fastest times. It's kind of confusing. It doesn't really follow a logic, but still, just like go faster. It's like saying get good, except that it actually applies. So like I'm just going fast. I'm not stopping or waiting, and I'm realizing how many rooms out and such like that. And then there's the portal room. So only after like a few seconds. The run could have ended here if I did not have the enchanted golden apple's fire resistance on, but so that was slightly panicky, but it worked out. So now I'm in the end, 22 minutes. I do get an insta perch, but like it wasn't a 1-minute end fight, it was a 1.5-minute end fight, if you know what I mean. And now I arrange my beds and go off to the side, and the dragon really cooperates on this one. Could have been a better PB, but you know, I will take it. I will take it because I have been kind of PB starved. Not really starved, only like I went like 500 seeds without PBing, like around there, without having like a good massive, not that 2 minutes is that massive, but like I stayed at 25.52 or 26.54 for like 300 seeds. Then I got 25.52, which is only a minute. Then I got 25.31, and then I got this 23.10. And I hit the 5 bed, which is very easy to do. Punch out some fire, and yeah. In-game time is broken, so yeah. Or I guess this was like a 2250 or something, because I paused for around 12 seconds and the timer started before the world loaded in. So it's kind of confusing. And then I do /seed and verification stuff. So that's about it. Thank you for watching this analysis video. We will keep grinding RSG for sub 20, so be on the lookout for those streams. We hope you enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. We will see you in the future.